What's going on, y'all? Hope you're having a great day, morning, or evening. It's your boy Playmaker Way with the playbook, and y'all read the title, man. This is the simplest way to predict news. Know what it is most likely going to do every time. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome. I appreciate you giving this video a chance. Make sure to hit that bell and sub button because we don't just post weekly content like this, but we also live stream and live trade every day, London session 3 EST on this very same channel. If you actually go into the free Telegram, first link in the description, not only did I break this down and predict this Sunday night at 9:37 p.m. as you can see, but when we went live at London session, I also said this projection. On top of that, I dropped this New York price watch list like I do every day for the members and students, breaking down GU, predicting that it was going to do this right before the news popped off. There's the first link in the description. This is how we did last month, October. We caught a total of 157,608 pips, 125,674 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the month 32.5, giving us an 86% win rate. Now, this is how we did last quarter. July, we went 34 wins, 3 losses. August, we took 45 wins, 7 losses. And in September, we took 27 wins, 4 losses, catching 105,389 pips July, 219,708 pips in August, and 16,634 pips in September, giving us a total of 341,731 pips caught, 323,385 strictly with the members in the advanced play signal room. In the quarter, 106 wins, 14 losses, giving us an 88% win rate. Every trade posted has the date, the time the trade was posted, my personal entry, SL, TPs, how many people viewed or entered the trade, reactions, and of course those TPs getting hit. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Now let's get straight into this video. As you can see right here, we're looking at GU and did this beautiful move. As where it's at right now, this is a nice 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio. So that means whenever you would have risked taking this trade, you would have made 3 times that amount. So if I was risked $100, I would have made $300. If I was to risk $1,000, I would have made $3,000 off this one trade alone. And again, we can see right here that it broke this level at 7:15. We can see the date right here, June 3rd. When we go to look at the news, we can see we had USD news at 9:45 and 10 a.m. So now let's see this, right? Because again, I dropped a short the other day talking about how news is easy to project and predict. So we're going to break down the rules of how to go about news days, and then the rules about how you should go about entering trades and holding trades. So again, we can see price broke my level here at 7:15. You can see that it retested this level at 8:45. And then you can see at 9:45, that is right before the 10 a.m. news price took off. So now let's break down how we even knew we was going to be looking for buys and how we knew price was most likely going to push up. So when we look at GU, before price did this huge wick to the upside, it did retrace. But that's why in the Sunday chart analysis, I specifically said that we're going to wait for the most probable outcome, right? So again, I teach my members and students not to chase trades, not to chase pips, but to patiently wait for the setup to come to you. Now, this is a perfect example because you watch the Sunday chart analysis. I said I was going to wait to see if price could break and hold this low as resistance, or I was going to wait for price to break and hold this level as support. That was my initial analysis. But later on that day, when I play this, you can see that on that day, price did a huge wick to the downside. So you don't understand how to read candlesticks, really pay attention to this next part. Now I have other videos going over this, but right here where you see this, let's go on a naked chart. Actually, that'll make things a lot easier for y'all. Perfect. So you see right here where my blue line's at, this indicates where price began at, right? So this is how Friday ended. Friday ended here. Monday, Sunday started right here, right? So this wick means that price pushed down, went down below this level, then rejected, then shot back up. So my initial analysis was when price was retracing and rejecting this level. But later on after London session, and then again, when we go into my marked up chart, after we saw price push back up again. This was London session, we went live, then it pushed back up, it held this as support. That's when I changed to say we could look for buys from here to here, because again, it's about probabilities and likelihoods. Now let's go into why we was looking for buys and how to go about trading news. Like I said in that short, news is very, very, very easy to trade. News is not as scary as you think, and you can make a lot of money on news days quickly as well, sometimes, if you know what you're doing. Now, it's just like taking any other trade or doing any other analysis on any other day. Doesn't matter if it's a regular day, a slow day, a high volume day, a holiday, or a news day. Price is always going to follow the flow of price. It's always going to go with the trend. Now, if you don't understand how to identify the trend, pause this video right now and click the one that just popped up on your top right or top left side of the screen. Because if you're going to trade, especially long term, it's very important to understand how price works. So again, we're going to replay this right here. We can see prior to the news day, we was what? In a uptrend. How do we know we're in an uptrend? Because we don't see any high, we don't see any lower lows. If we was in a downtrend, we'd be seeing price going down. But what we clearly see is price has been pushing up and also making higher highs. But on top of that, also is continuing to respect this low as support. So again, if I was to look for a trade, it makes the most sense to go for a buy over a sell position, right? So that's why we was looking for buy setups. So now let's go over how you should go about news days. So the first thing I like to do before I take any trades or do any analysis for the day is I go on this website to see what time the high impact news is popping up. Because as we can see, there's a bunch of other news events popping up today, but you only want to care about the red, sometimes the orange, but you mainly just want to pay attention to the red. Acknowledge the orange, but the red is what's important. Now again, I don't watch the news. I can't tell you what the hell went on during the news. I can't even tell you who's talking during the news. And guess what? I do not care. All I care about is what time it is popping off. That is all that matters. So now that you understand that, now you need to understand how news works and how news reacts. So you're going to see one of three reactions when news pops off. You're going to see the infamous huge explosion to the upside, or we're going to see price spike and fluctuate, then go up, then go down, or sometimes you will see nothing. So when we go and play this back, we can clearly see that we had the first thing pop off. We had a huge push to the upside. And again, is it a coincidence or mind-blowing that price exploded to the upside? No, because we are in a uptrend, and we also saw price prior to the news respected this level as support. But we also see that price struggled after this initial push up to continue to respect and hold this level as support. And then even last week, it struggled to break this level. And then we go into the daily time frame, we see price struggle to break this level as well. But now we see this huge pump, and we're about to see a new high get made as we speak. So that goes into the next point. You have to understand how news works. News gives us the volume we need in the markets to break through struggling levels, what I like to call levels of traffic, right? We usually see news pop off when we have levels that price struggles to break through. Again, when we go into a naked chart, what do we see here? The same level of price was struggling for weeks and months to break out of. We had the same struggle here and the same struggle here. Again, look at the candlestick structure. Look at the candlestick structure and sequence up until this point. Look at the volume up until it got into this point, right? And we see the same thing happening here. And we can just go over and over again and see that this is a very strong support resistance level. And then we see here that we had volume to break this level. So that's how it works. I go over this a lot more in depth and detail with the members and students, because with the members and students, we go live at least twice a week during New York news events. We actually went live last week during a bunch of news events. We're going live this week during ADP, as well as unemployment claims and unemployment rates. So now let's go over a couple more rules. If it is a news day, it is okay to take a trade. As long as it is an hour before the news event. If you took a trade an hour before the news, or you're holding a trade an hour prior to the news, it is okay. Do not take a trade an hour before the news. Do not enter trade during the news and wait an hour after the news to take a trade. The reason for that is because, again, we do not know 100% how price is going to react until it shows us how it's going to react. And when the news pops off, we know that's going to do one of those three actions, but we don't know which one it's going to do, because again, it's going to give us some volume to either break through the level like we saw here, or it's going to reject the level. So we want to, again, make sure that we're not just throwing our money away, because again, we're not gambling over here. I teach my students to go for high probability, high quality setups. So now that we understand that, then it goes to the next part. If you're in a trade before the news pops off, you have options: either close the trade or secure profits. Again, either close the trade or secure profits. It's that simple, y'all. And then those that have the course, I have a literal section of the course going over it step by step in detail how to trade news as well. And I have a bunch of examples on the playlist on this YouTube channel with other news trade breakdowns, as well as other videos going over the rules and how they work. And again, we break this down and predict this news on a weekly basis. It's that simple, y'all. If y'all enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below any questions, comments, concerns you may have. Make sure to hit that first link in the description, join the free Signal Room free Telegram. If you're interested in learning how to identify these levels, interested in my Signal Room services or my mentorship program, make sure to hit those links in the description. But before you make a decision, let me tell you a little bit about those details. Advanced Play Signal Room, we trade Tokyo session exclusively with the members. We trade London session and then New York. Just like the Sunday chart analysis I drop in the free Signal Room, I drop one every day during New York session called the New York Price Watch List. This is where I go over the trades we took during Tokyo session, London session, and possible setups going into New York. I don't just say we're looking for buys or looking for sells. I explain why we're looking for buys, why we're looking for sells, and then I take it a step further and go over key price points to look for entries and exits on. As you can see here, I call this signal. You see I'm walking y'all through what's going on with the trades we're in. I'm giving y'all updates to what I talked about in the New York Price Watch List. And then of course you see me showing y'all screenshots to visually show y'all what's going on behind the scenes, or what I see on my end behind the scenes. All right, we also have exclusive live streams that we go live during New York news events at least twice a week. And just like the London session lives, if you missed the live, they're recorded and posted in here so you can watch them when you get a chance. You have access to over 500 videos of daily chart analysis and weekly live streams. And in fact, you have access to even the ones last year in 2022. Then there's also the pinned messages like the account size key, the student and member group chat, and much more. Now, I also have the course, of course. The course doesn't just teach you my trading strategy, it also teaches you how to read the charts, because that's what I teach y'all. You saw I had no indicators, no trend lines. It's simply just market flow and trading and entering and exiting off key price levels. Now, all the stuff that I just went over, you get access to all that stuff in the course channel. So that way, not only do you have the step-by-step playbook of how to look and read any chart at all times, but you have ongoing chart analysis, ongoing education for life. Now, I also have one-on-one sessions. One-on-one sessions also comes with access to the Advanced Play Signal Room and the student member group chat. That way you can earn while you learn, but then you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded an hour long, but you also get 2 sessions a week that are recorded and are an hour long, and they're sent to you the same day. Those are yours to keep for life. So if you're interested in that, hit those links in the description. If y'all want to contact me directly, y'all can DM me on Instagram at playmaker_way. Also, make sure to follow me on there, and TikTok _playmakerway_. I post daily on both pages. And I'll see y'all next time I'm live or next time I post a video. Peace. We out.